Well, wow. It's been a while, hasn't it? And oh my God, so much has happened. And I don't want to talk about the wars, and I don't want to talk. I mean, there's so many places you can go and talk about the war and hear about the war and hear about Christy Nome and hear about all that garbage. And I just can't, so what's been going on? Because I feel like I haven't been on this site for such a long time, and I really haven't. And what you're saying is Wally is jumping on and off the sofa. I don't think professionals really do this, and I'm not loving this sweater. Any comments you guys are like? I think this gold thing is like. I think it's too much. It's been at the bottom of my drawer. I bought it, never wore it. I think that's why, because this is like. Anyway, so all right, I was in the closest thing I've ever come to in my life is a plane crash. Yes, I was almost in a plane crash last Monday. United flight 2127, LAX, Newark. I fly into Newark when I leave LA. I was 2 weeks with my grandson. He is so cute. I had the best time. Anyway, that's all on Instagram. But yeah. So anyway, I leave LA and I go to Newark because they can't pick you up at JetBlue in New York. It's a pain. I won't even explain it. And so I could fly to Newark. And 20 minutes, 15 minutes in, the plane started doing these like really wonky things. I will say this, if you've flown a lot in your life and a plane is doing something that's like really kind of off, you know it. You really know it. And everyone in the plane knew this. So for some reason, I wasn't scared. I just like, I, everyone was looking at each other. Like, why is the plane making these noises? Why is the plane jumping around like this? And then all of a sudden, we relaxed and the plane was okay. But then it got really slow. And then you're thinking, why is this plane going so slow? Why is this plane making noises and why is it going slow? Well, then the captain comes on and says, ladies and gentlemen, really sorry for the inconvenience, but we have to turn around and take this aircraft back to LA for maintenance. Well, at that point, I knew it wasn't going back for just maintenance, like, like having the oil checked. Like this plane wasn't going to leave the rest of the day. Long story short, we get back to LA, great landing. Bravo to the pilots on United for getting that plane down. What I didn't know was the engine was on fire. I was in the front of the plane, the back of the plane, you could see, or the middle of the plane. The engine was on fire, and we'd lost an engine, and then it had caught fire. So we landed to them saying, "All right, don't take anything with you." I mean, it was one of those moments that you're supposed to be prepared for. And I heard from the guys in the exit row that, like, all of a sudden, when they had to open the exit door rows, whenever you go, you know how to open the exit door? And you go, yeah, I know how to open the exit door. But of course, you don't know how to open the exit door. And then when your turn comes to open the exit door, you go, how the fuck do I open the exit door? Luckily, I didn't have to open an exit door, but they said, just very calmly, please get off the plane. Don't take your things. Just leave and go down the chute. So those big rubber chutes went, well, like, and down we went. I actually didn't have to go down a chute. I got to go down the stairs. And I did take my purse and a small carry-on. I left the rest of my stuff on the plane. And then I quietly by myself, well, not by myself, there was 287 people with me, walked across the tarmac. And then I turned around and there was this plane on fire that I had just gotten out of with the chutes down that I was like witnessing um, an aircraft emergency landing that I've been a part of. And so maybe that's, if everyone gets one in their lifetime or something, or not everyone gets one, but maybe that was mine. I'm hoping so because it had a good ending. Took the day and just sorted it all out. And that night I got back on a plane. And so, yes, I was, if those pictures you saw of plane 2127 that were all over the news, I was on it. So that was a big thing. But the most amazing thing was for me, the lesson, I wasn't scared. I was never for a moment like my heart didn't drop to the bottom of my chest. I remember all the times when the kids were little and a plane would jump or bump or there'd be a lot of turbulence. I'd think, oh God, what if I go down and there's no one to raise my children? And now that they're all raised, I don't feel that way anymore. I kind of, you know, I'm old enough that I feel, I guess part of being not aged and grateful. I mean, aged and confused, aged and grateful. I kind of felt like, okay, I'm okay. I thought, oh God, damn it, I'm not gonna get to see Walt grow up. But otherwise, I was very, whatever's happening is happening. But I didn't actually think anything was gonna happen because it didn't seem like it from where I was sitting. So That's my experience. Everyone keeps asking me, "Weren't you terrified?" No. No, I wasn't terrified, not for a second. I had a little anxiety once I got off because, like, then I realized what had happened, so it was sort of like a kind of delayed response, but mm-mm. So that was flight 2127, and that was probably the big deal of the week. And I guess I could talk later on about. I think this probably went too long. I don't really want to bother you all and bore you. I just wanted to say hi and tell you what happened. And have any of you been in a plane short? Really like call. It's not a short call. What is it? You know what it is. It's a thing. Like where it's almost over. Um, so that would be that. And I've just kind of been bumbling along like everybody else. But I will say, being a grandmother is really wonderful. And every morning I would wake up and feed him, and we would sing I Love Garbage Trucks. Okay, he can't sing it. He's only 2 months old, but I sing it to him. And I was driving around the car today singing the garbage truck song. So I've got it pretty bad. And it's kind of a blessing, right? So it's a blessing that my plane went, did not crash, that I lived. And it's a blessing that I have this little guy. So this week it's aged and grateful. And I'm finding a lot of other aged and grateful stuff. So maybe starting aged and confused and turning into aged and grateful. Not bad. All right. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you later.